Hi everybody, my name's Matt Elliott. I'm with Guarantee RV Centers here in Junction City, Oregon. Today I want you to take a look at an awesome new Roadtrek CS Adventurous. This is a really special rig because it's got a ton of amazing new technologies, and it's also got the extra long chassis, which we'll see when we go inside. Follow me. One of the cool things about a Roadtrek they've got is power step. Class B motorhomes don't usually have this, but it's great. Just walk right in. Now you might ask yourself why people like these Sprinter chassis. One of the reasons is they have a nice high roof line so tall people can get in without ducking down low to get under that roof line. It makes it really easy to get in. So let's talk about the CS. The CS Adventurous is just absolutely dripping with technologies. Roadtrek has been in the development phase of a whole bunch of new stuff that is awesome. This one here has an Aldi heating system. It's nothing I can really show you, but I want to tell you about it. The heating system is a hydronic heat and hot water system, and it heats by either burning electricity or propane, and instead of using forced air to blow your heat around, it uses radiant heat. So it's quiet, it's very fast, and you don't use as much battery power because you're not pushing a fan to blow the air around like you're on a normal forced air furnace. So it's really pleasant to be in here with that system. Now, early on there, I mentioned that we have a new kind of a chassis. This is actually the longest chassis that Sprinter offers without going to a cutaway like a Class C. Now, Class Bs are kind of special because they're built on a van body instead of a cutaway body. All right, so now in the back here, we also have a ton of storage. So what we can do here, we can lift these cabinets up and I can show you that there's amounts of storage here, and all of this cabinetry is plywood. It's super strong and it's all screwed together, no staples. So people who've owned Roadtreks for decades find that their cabinets really hold up well. The quality of workmanship is the very best. In fact, Roadtrek has the longest warranty of any product in the industry. Typically an RV has a 1-year warranty. Roadtrek warrants their workmanship for 6 years, and that includes the appliances. In this particular model, it's a really big deal because there's a lot of high technology, and so they're saying, hey, what we did is good for 6 years. We'll stand behind it that long. There isn't any company in the entire industry that's willing to do that. That's what makes Roadtrek the best. Okay, let's look at the very back here. We can see that there's a TV system built in. So what I can do with this is I can turn this around anywhere I want. I can even turn it around toward the kitchen, or if I'm swiveling my front seats, which we'll look at shortly, I can watch from the front. The nice thing about that is sometimes people want to leave their bedding just folded in a bed position and do their sitting around up front. So the TV comes in really handy both ways. Right here is your home theater system. You also have a really nice big deep cabinet back here, and because this is the long body, there's another storage from the top in the back. We'll see that. Okay, let's take a look at the bathroom. So one thing that's cool with the Roadtrek is that their bathrooms are very, very well engineered. The biggest challenge with a camper van is how do you make everything fit in such a small, compact space? So with Roadtrek, what you can do is you can make the bathroom pretty spacious, but still have a nice wide hallway. And one of the ways you do that is this. When I'm not using the bathroom, it closes flush. When I am using it, it closes at an angle. It makes it bigger inside, but the second party can still walk around out here. So it's a really practical design. We'll just put that down. Now, let's take a look here. Some of the differences between the CS and the other models, because there's a bunch of different models that Roadtrek offers. The CS is unique because it has more refrigeration and more storage in the galley. So when you look in here, you can see that there's a large cabinet here. It's got removable shelving. We could actually take these out. They're not fixed. And there's a hanger up at the very top. And that works great. So there's extra storage. In most of the vans, like an RS, this is all wide open. Also, look at these huge cabinet drawers in the kitchen. Great amounts of storage here. Now when you want to, that's locked and it isn't going to come open. when you want to open it, you pop that little button out and it opens right up. They put storage here. There's a massive cabinet right down here. They've got granite countertops. They've got a beautiful stainless backsplash here. They've got a deep recessed sink. And they've got a recessed stovetop. So what's cool here is when the tops are down, I got extra counter space. It's a really, really good design that way. So now, watch this. I just hit the battery disconnect. You see all these beautiful LED lights in here? I can turn each one on or off individually. Now, LEDs are great because they give off a lot of light. They don't use very much battery power on board, but they really, really are neat when you can turn them all on and off individually instead of just having a few lights in the coach. This has a ton of lights. Now, look at the refrigerator. In a camper van, usually you get a small 3 cubic foot fridge that sits below the countertop. So you're having to reach down and get to that. A lot of times the cabinet that holds the microwave is also below the countertop. This is many camper vans that you may look at. But this one, they put this up here so I can, the microwave, and this is actually a convection microwave, I should point that out. Convection's cool because you can bake with it as well as microwave. This is at eye level, so my hot plate's coming out up here instead of having to reach way down here. Now look at the fridge. The fridge is really, really big. There's a large freezer. For those of us that have got to have their ice cream, this is the way to go. And it's got a lot more storage than the typical refrigerator. So what does CS stand for? I don't know. I kind of think it stands for Camper Special because I can get off the grid and I can have more storage, more food, more things in my pantry. And also this has more ability to camp because it's really a rolling power plant. And I'll tell you quickly about that. This model comes standard with a very large solar panel and 4 deep cycle AGM 6-volt batteries. It also has a number of options to upgrade the battery systems where you can go up to 1600 warp core, which is their name for this amazing power plant system with a 600 watt solar panel and the lithium ion AGM or not AGM, but the lithium ion battery system, which is all new technology, and it's fantastic. Now, these things can be configured exactly how you would want them, so you don't pay for the features you don't want, and you do pay for features you do. So this is a very, very exciting vehicle, and it all represents the most cutting-edge type of technology. Now let's take a look at the Mercedes part up here in the front. Okay, so with the Mercedes, as far as Roadtrek goes, they've done what they do. Mercedes is also the best motorhome chassis out there. This chassis is a commercial chassis used for all kinds of work. You see them as Federal Express and UPS and plumbers and electricians. All kinds of people use these van chassis because they're very, very economical. They're very, very strong and durable. They haul cargo. They're very stable and fun to drive. It's great in a big city. It's great on the highway. And that's why they make such good vehicles for this kind of motorhome too, because it needs the same versatility. So as you look in the front, you're going to see that we have a really comprehensive automobile in the front. This has the Becker navigation system with Bluetooth and the telephone system and everything there. It's got a beautiful climate control system. It's very easy to use. It's got, this particular one has heated seats, so we can do that. It's got rear defrost. It's got all kinds of stuff. We have redundant controls on the steering wheel, so we can control things from right at where our hands are. This also has safety features like lane alert, which will tell you if you start to drift out of your lane. It'll beep and alert you to the fact that you're not centered in your lane anymore. It's really, really sophisticated. This has side curtain airbags and 4-wheel ABS brakes and automatic skid reduction, and they're all disc brakes too. The level of safety and performance this vehicle has is really not available in a typical motorhome. Most people don't use the word handling and motorhomes in the same sentence, but you can say this handles extremely well. It's a joy to drive. I certainly recommend you try it out. You're going to love it. Let's go outside and take a look around out there. Okay, now outside, this is kind of a deceptive rig. You never know that it was a motorhome by looking at the outside. The exterior is very smooth. There isn't a lot of plastic gewgaws and baubles hung up all around out here, like, you know, plug-ins and things like that. It's very, very subtle. This does have a beautiful power awning up at top. You just hit a button and the awning extends itself, and then you can anchor the legs to the ground or to the side of the coach. It's got these beautiful blackout windows here, and with the new monochrome style of paint and finish that they're doing on Roadtrek, absolutely gorgeous to look at. I really, really, really love the way these things look. In your driveway, if you have a homeowners association, nobody's going to squawk. It's a great looking rig in your driveway. Okay, so as we go around the back here, there really isn't anything that says that it's a motorhome. It's got a tow hitch, and by the way, this is rated to pull 7,000 pounds. So if you need to pull a boat or a utility trailer, a horse trailer, you can do it with one of these. It's got a backup camera, which is that guy up on top, and other than that, it's just a beautiful van on the back. Take a look here at this back area. Now, I mentioned earlier that this is the XL model. And so as we take a look here, what we see is this whole extra space. And right now, there's a golf bag hanger in here, and you could set your golf bags up in here, and that's kind of the idea with this package. But this is also removable, and you can expand all of this space for storage. Look down here, and there's a locking cabinet. I don't know if it's locked right now. That's where those extra batteries are located. It's got, oh, this has got a gob of batteries. So this one here has more storage up at the very top from the back, which you can see up there. And also, if you look at this black vinyl strap around here, this is where a screen panel can zip in. So how nice is it that you can have your doors open and get fresh air or sunlight or sleep under the stars and keep the bugs out? That's really, really nice. Now, one other thing I want to talk about is there are a few other brands that offer this XL body chassis. This is the 24-foot long body. But rather than create this versatile space, they just move the couch back. So that's fine, but what's the point of having the extra length if you can't make some extra storage and cargo versatility out of it? I really like what Roadtrek has done here. Okay. Now we look down this side, and once again, what we're seeing is just a beautiful rig with monochrome paint, gorgeous alloy custom wheels. And I want to show you something really neat. Usually, when you are working with your storage or your utility areas in an RV, you're down low fighting with your keys, trying to get into compartments. Look at this. No keys. So I can pull that out. That's where my macerator sewer system is. That's a cool thing. It works better than the regular gravity dump. It's all integrated and built in. And you can reach all of your gate valves without getting down on your knees at a sewer station. Very clean. I like it a lot. Your propane is located here. Right down here, that's where your 30 amp power supply hooks up, and that's where your spare tire is. So it's really, really easy to access these spaces. And because it's a Sprinter chassis, it really doesn't have a lot of outside storage, so there's no need for locking keys. So that's my quick thumbnail sketch of a CS Adventurous from Roadtrek, XL wide body, not wide body, long body. And this is a brand new 2016. I know you'd love to see it in person. I hope you get a chance to. If you have any questions, please give me a call. My name's Matt Elliott, and my number is 541-954-8495. You have a great day.